Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Hope you guys are having a great day today. It's a beautiful morning here. Nice sun is out, shining. It is July 22nd, and I hope you guys had an incredible weekend. We have a lot to talk about, folks. We have a great weekend of shows that happened, of course. We'll also talk about the President Joe Biden stepping down and endorsing Kamala Harris, Vice President, to see what happens. We'll talk about that at the end of the hour. So anyway, guys, every show is dedicated to the first responders, but mostly it's dedicated to people like you who take the time to watch the show every day. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. We really do appreciate it very much. It's showtime. Let's go. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Ocean's Pit. Thank you, Dino Manzella, from that great intro from Seventh Heaven. How you guys all doing today? Boy, whew, what a weekend of fun and excitement and all crazy stuff going on in this crazy world. But we don't know everything's up in the air, right? But what we do know for sure is Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy a local, shop a local. Norridge, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, and Mesa, Arizona. That's right. Summer deals happening now at all their stores. 50% off lawn and garden decor, 40% off all outdoor and decorative chimes, patio sets on sale, lowest prices of the season. And if you go to the Norridge and Des Plaines store, they have a licensed, insured handyman that can help you with anything you need done around the house. Also, tune up that lawnmower for $105 plus parts and take advantage of the Auto Key program at all their stores. They program CarCut keys up to 50% less than the dealership. Visit the helpful hub to speak to a certified member. That's Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And let's get to my good friend Mary Grievous. Everybody buying and selling in the Chicagoland area, the perfect real estate professional, whether you're putting your home on the market or looking for your dream home. Give her a call today. That's Mary Grievous at Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate. That's M. Grievous at starkre.com, or give her a call at 630-688-1725. And like I said, if you're talking about Mary Grievous, and you know she's also in charge of the NTD Vacations, which means it's Chicago Music Cruise 2025. It's happening March 22nd to March 30th, the Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas 2025, Fort Lauderdale, Curacao, Aruba, and Coco Key, Bahamas. It's going to be a lot of fun. Seventh Heaven is doing it again and bringing along the Hillbilly Rock Stars, Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band, Mojo's Jukebox, Frankie Hollywood Rodriguez, and the Jersey Girls. It's going to be fun. Call Mary at 630-688-1725. Mention Tony O, or the ChicagoMusicCruise.com and mention the Tony Ocean Show. It's that simple. It's a lot of fun, and it's going to be on the cruise 2025. So we're looking forward to it. All right, guys. Ooh, where do we start today? Where do we start with all the excitement and fun? I don't know. Excuse me, a little whoo. Richard Ryan, how you doing? Trying Stella, how you doing, Stella? Ronnie B. Cheryl, I hope. Yeah, great news yesterday is absolutely right, Cheryl. A lot of great news. Dr. Biden withdrawing from the race. Yes, it's coming. I promise all that at the end of the hour, before the end of the hour. We got stuff we got to talk about first. Felix, how you doing, everybody? And so we got a great week of stuff happening. Tomorrow's Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino, and I want to thank my guest, which was on Friday, was Frankie Setta, a singer here in the Chicagoland area, doing a great job. Frankie, we had a lot of fun. So this Wednesday, I'm bringing another singer on. Felix Greco will be my guest on Wednesday, talking about what he's got going on. And, of course, Laura Ocean on Thursday. And we got a surprise guest coming up on Friday. So, buddy, how you doing? Always winning. Secret Surfers, yeah, under pressure to step down. So there's a lot to talk about. Absolutely. Before we get into all that good, crazy stuff, folks. Whew. Friday night, Chicago Prime was a lot of fun. I want to thank Daryl Armenstad. Great turnout it was on Friday. And Saturday, we were at Taverna on Division in Melrose Park outside with Double T, Tony Toto. It was great seeing all my good friends over there. It was great seeing Carol Brandolino stopping by. I want to thank my good friend Debbie for being there, of course. Double T, the girls from Smothered, Kathy Crispino and everybody, Christine and everybody. Thank you guys so much. Greg and Jennifer did an incredible job. It was fun being out there at Taverna. And then Sunday, folks, we were at Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy for Rat Pack Sunday. It was a great event, great turnout, and we were celebrating also to help celebrate Lee Stevens' birthday, another great singer in the Chicagoland area. She actually turns 80 tomorrow, but they celebrated, so it was nice pulling up. The name was up on the marquee. And Lee was out. They bought her a cake, and it was great seeing her family and friends. It was great seeing Nina Terry in the office. Thank you, Nina, and the audience. I mean, and Julie and Double T, Tony Toto was there. And, of course, Jerry Jams did an incredible job. It was nice seeing you wonderful people there on a great Sunday. And then Ron Onesti shows up and has his dinner for the Italian-American Sports Hall of Fame and brought in some friends there, folks. And I got to meet you all remember Tommy Lasorda, of course. He was the manager for many years of the Los Angeles Dodgers baseball team. And Tommy's, Mr. Lasorda's daughter, Laura Lasorda, was there. And very, very cool meeting her, talking about her dad, which I met many times over at Jilly's back on Rush Street, because he was good friends with Nick Caruso Sr., and who used to be part owner of Jilly's. So it was great talking to her. And then Boom Boom Mancini, world champ, came in, former world champ, of course, talking to stories about him and what he's doing and how boxing has changed. And I asked him what he thought about Don King. And he said he loved Don King. He goes, Don King got a bad rap. But it was great seeing John Leonardi, vice president, and everybody that showed up. So Ron Onesti, thank you for that. I asked Ray Boom Boom Mancini, I go, what's the opinion on Don King? He goes, no, nothing like that at all. See, when he got some of his boxers, it's people that he was managing at the time. And it's almost like a record company would do the same thing back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. When you advance the money for a record, or you advance the money for a tour, or you buy the boxer a brand new car, or you buy a boxer a brand new house, they give it to you. But after you have your fight and the prize money comes in, what they remove from the prize fighting is the house, the money they paid for the car for you. It's not a gift. The house, they take that back. So all of a sudden, these boxers or people said, oh, man, he screwed me. He didn't screw you. Not at all. You didn't read the fine print. He lent you the money. When the money came in, he took it. So that's what Ray Boom Boom Mancini, former world champ, told me. He got along perfectly with Don King. So very, very cool. Advancements. There you go. Thank you, Albert. You always end up paying it back. It was good. Felix, look forward to having you on the show on Wednesday. Kim Peterson LeFew. And I know you're all waiting for my response to President Donald Trump. President, if you want to call him President, Joe Biden, stepping down. So we will talk about that before the end of the hour. But let's talk about some stuff, folks. I don't know. It was just a great weekend seeing some people that you grew up with. I remember watching Ray Boom Boom Mancini and Tommy Lasorda. We talked about Billy Martin, about when he thought of Billy was an incredible a manager with Laura Lasorda. And, Tommy Lasorda was great friends with Frank Sinatra. They were together all the time. And my buddy Kevin Burke, there he is. Looked like you had a great time, Boom Boom. Got to spend some time with you, Kevin Burke. Got to see your buddy. Yeah. Very cool, man. And thank you, Kevin. We miss you. All you were missing is you there, Kevin Burke, my good pal. I hope you're doing well out in California. Jill, how you doing in Indiana? You watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Yeah, from all the texts and emails and stuff and calls I got. Tony, what do you think about President Joe Biden stepping down? And we will talk about that before at the end of the hour. Let's get to some stuff, folks. For all you Chicago Cub fans, I don't follow the Cubs, so I don't know what they're doing, but I don't think they're doing that well, if I'm correct. But they're going to be opening, they're already talking about 2025 already. Season opener, speaking of the Los Angeles Dodgers, it will be the Chicago Cubs and the Los Angeles Dodgers season opener in 2025 in Tokyo, Japan. Season opener. Interesting to see. Why not? Japan players play here all the time, so it's our time to go over there. Should be very, very interesting. Felix, yes, it was with Ron. They had a blast. The crowd was so much fun. Super nice people. Hey, I hope you had a good crowd there. Both had a good show, Felix, this weekend, and Kim, too. Fantastic. So, so for you Cub fans, going to be interesting to see what that's all about. Happy National Daiquiri Day. I don't know. I don't like daiquiris myself, so. We're going to argue this over and over and over. People have been arguing all the time. Lincoln, Cadillac, Cubs, Sox, Bears, Packers, blah, 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 blah. Best beef sandwich in Chicago. Is it Al's? Is it Johnny's? Is it Portillo's? Is it this? Is it that? Is it that? Well, WGN, Channel 9, had their own contest. And to be honest with you, the winner, I never tasted their beef, so I really couldn't tell you it's any good. But the beef, out of all the beef companies that were in this contest or whatever, how many people tried the different beefs, Bobo Hot Dogs, which I believe is in the city of Chicago, won for the best beef sandwich of, according to WGN Channel 9. Bobo, did anybody eat there? Let me know. Bobo's Hot Dogs voted the number one beef sandwich, which there you go. Bobo's Hot Dogs has won the best beef. So what does that tell you? And then who won the best hot dog? Al's Beef. Me too on Saturday, full house, sang my heart out. Very good. Crosstown will have 3 games each stadium weekends next year. Richard, yeah, it'll be very, very interesting. Looking forward to that. Speaking of my buddy Richard, I did talk to my good buddy Billy McFall. I know there's some businesses in Edison Park were robbed on the weekend. I think not this past weekend, a couple of days ago. I think the Edison Park Inn, I think Moretti's was too. I talked to Billy. Everything was okay. They ran the guy out. I don't know if they took anything from the Moretti's one. Not sure about the Edison Park one. But there was some robberies in that particular area. So interesting. Nina, great seeing you yesterday. Thank you so much. All right, thank you, Albert. So Bobo's Hot Dogs is in Schiller Park, Illinois. Very, very good. And the beef's getting expensive now. So they won best beef, according to WGN, Channel 9, WGN. One that's the contest. So there you go. I'll have to try it when I'm in that area. Usually if I'm in that area, I'm going to Johnny's in Elmwood Park, or I'm going to Gene and Jude's for hot dogs, right? But I haven't been to Gene and Jude's in a long time. Teddy's Beef, Downers Grove. I mean, everybody's going to have their own. I'm just telling you what the WGN contest winner was. Bobo's Hot Dogs. Healthy tip for you guys. Healthy tip. Stop playing pickleball. That's a healthy tip for the day. Stop playing pickleball. Badminton, same thing. Stop doing it. I almost killed myself. Not today, but this morning I went fishing. Was not a good day. Second cast, had one in the middle of the lake. It was you could tell it was a decent sized one. Trying to bring it all the way in, got it all the way in, got it to the top, and it was the hill was a little steep. So by the time broke the rope, and that was it. Broke the line, excuse me. Then I lost a bobber. Then I lost a lure, one of my favorite lures. Ronnie B. Elvis got me for my birthday. I lost it. I got to find out what the name of that is, Ronnie, if you're listening, so I can rebuy a new one because it floats on the top of the water. It was my lucky one, and I lost it. And then I almost fell in the water today. So it was not a good day for fishing, folks. Because, yeah, there you go. Felix, I heard Felix Racco is going to be my guest on Wednesday. Says he had two people he knows have shoulder surgery because of playing pickleball. So stop playing pickleball. It's a fad. It won't last, and you will hurt yourself. So there you go, people. There it is. What are you gonna do? Old style beer. I'm not a beer drinker. If I did, I don't drink Old Style, but Old Style for many, many years, we know that was always in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and now it's going back. Old Style Beer Productions returning to La Crosse, Wisconsin, after 20-year hiatus. So I'm happy for Wisconsin that Old Style is going back to Wisconsin and opening a place and giving more people jobs. So very, very cool. Going back to where it all started with Old Style. If you're an Old Style beer drinker, interesting stuff. It is Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Let's get to another sponsor, folks. Now with a beautiful, boy, it's just so nice out. Let's talk about Gorelli Pavement Service. That's right, my good friend David at Gorelli Pavement Services, family owned and operated. Their service areas include Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, specializing in parking lots, doing both asphalt, concrete work. They do repairs, replacements, seal coating, crack filling, and lot filling. They're a 5-star rating, folks. Call for and speak to a knowledgeable representative at 815-271-5835. Check out their website at GorelliPavementServices.com. And then let's get right over to my good friend from Jack Vena Landscaping. For all you landscapers, hey, you need stuff done in the house. This is the way to do it. That's right, Jack Vanna Landscaping. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring and fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They also offer plant design service and installation, servicing the North Shore for 44 years. Call Tommy at 847-432-5266. That's our good friends, Jack Vanna. And let's not forget Airtight Windows. Airtight windows. Absolutely. If you're looking for new windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight. For honesty and quality and dependability, do it right with Airtight. Serving the Chicagoland for over 30 years, do it right with Airtight. My good buddy Louis Pipes at Airtight Windows and Siding, 708-788-5000. Get your windows done and mention Ocean's Pit and get a special deal. You're watching Ocean's Pit today, folks. Monday, again, the 22nd of July. And wondering what this world is coming to with all the crazy stuff that's going on. I want to thank you guys for sending stuff in. And I know you can't wait. Bobo's east of Cumberland on Irving Park. You get a big-ass beef there. Well, thank you, Albert. Aaron Boone, ejected. It's a joke. Yes, Ryan Lewis, it was a joke. All right, so we're telling some of the stuff we got here. Let's get to headlines. There's so much stuff to talk about before we get to President Joe Biden stepping down. For you people in the South Barrington area, Sig, I'm waiting for you to sum up what you think of the hour's conversations. All right, I don't know who you're talking to, Albert, but there you go. Anyways, this according to the Daily Herald, folks, South Barrington officials are continuing to pressure or pursue a plan to bring drinking water from Lake Michigan to town and hired an engineering firm to assist them. I guess they got some bad water over there in South Barrington. You figure with all the money they got in that area, the water would be up and clean, but they're going to see what happens here. South Barrington moves ahead with a plan to acquire Lake Michigan water. Will be interesting, some of the headlines you're reading today, folks. All right. Couple things that I know not only pissed me off. Oh, you know, Sig, head usher. Oh, yeah, that's right. At the head usher of the Arcada. There you go. something that pisses me off, and I'm sure it bothers you, if not pisses you off or irritates you. It depends what kind of day it is. You know, you get these phone calls, you don't know if it's a. Anyway, why is it every time I get a call, every time I call my credit card or airline, I get a person who speaks the worst English on the planet? Why are these jobs going to foreign countries if it just gets really annoying? You all have to go through it. I understand they're trying to give everybody jobs. No problem with that. But when you're doing a speaking job, look at my speaking. My speaking's horrible, right? Do you imagine me trying to book a line if you calling me for assistance, right? I mean, it would be brutal. But what I'm trying to say is when you're calling for a credit card line or airlines, or it's always somebody, okay, yeah, help you. You gotta ask the questions 4 or 5 times. What can I help you? I don't understand why it's now. Is it cheaper? I don't understand. It's crazy. Patrice, there she goes. She's from Barrington. Patrice, former Honey Bear. Hi, honey. Barrington water is not good. Would love Lake Michigan water. Okay, so let's hope that they work that out so you'll be good over there in Barrington. Cut costs and don't have to pay American wages. Okay, and I understand that that's what they want to do. American companies should hire American workers. The government has done a terrible job at this because you can outsource it for $2 an hour. So that's what they do. They bring in these other companies, these other people from different countries, and they only have to pay them $2 an hour. But in the meantime, all the bullshit you have to go through to get your airlines booked. American companies should have to hire American workers. The government has done a terrible job at this. I agree, but it would be hard to enforce either way because most of these companies are incorporated everywhere anyway. That's true. Big North American companies, corporations own the government, and they do whatever they want to save and make more money. I mean, the thing that I don't get was years ago when I was a kid, or when I remember making these calls, maybe 15, 20 years ago, mostly time you find someone who actually speaks English. So when did they decided everything? Well, everything we know changes. But my God, Vince, how you do? Only drink Barrington water, Jack Daniels. There you go. Robert, very good. When I'm in a situation like that, I can't understand the other person. I ask them to spell the words. If that doesn't work, I have to speak to a person who speaks better English. And Karen, it's a great advice. Great advice. The problem when you ask that, they get mad and they hang up on you. Now, whether they say these phone calls are recorded, I don't know if they are pre-recorded. I believe they would be. So their bosses can go back and check and see how they're handling customer assistance. I would think that they should hire people that can speak clearly. It's more productive. There you go. It doesn't really have to be English. Good point, Kathy Splaccio, my friend from Arizona. It has to be clear and understanding to me. It doesn't have to be English. You could have a British accent. Hello, how can I help you? Or even if, hello, can I tell you? Can I help you? That's okay. Give me something that I can actually understand, speak slow, so I can get what I need and you can understand what I need. Sadly, the people that speak English and want to work, they just don't get it. They don't want to work. And that all changed because of the president that we have that stepped down. He did it all. So that's the blame for the younger generation not working. You might as well throw it out there now. What do we got to lose at this point? But we will be talking about the stepping down of, that's a nice way, of our president, Joe Biden. So we'll talk about that. Here's a couple things. I got in trouble at work for asking someone on the phone to spell the product they were looking for. So you got to be careful these days, Felix. Unfortunately, you can't say or do anything anymore. It's crazy as it is. I love this. Listen to this. Laziness kills ambition. Anger kills wisdom. Fear kills dreams. Ego kills growth. Jealousy kills peace. Doubt kills confidence. Now read them backwards. I'm going to read them again. Ambition kills laziness. Wisdom kills anger. Dreams kill fear. Growth kills ego. Peace kills jealousy. Confidence kills doubt. Either way you read them, it's a good thing. So thank you. I like that. Love that. Very, very cool. 24th Network USA. Brittany Griner. I keep pronouncing her name wrong. Screams after Kid Rock bluntly criticized, if you don't respect America, you don't deserve to represent this place. She's been going through that shit. Of course, when in Russia, got caught and, don't stand up for America. And, you know that whole fiasco, and I don't need that. But you know what? I've noticed that there's more and more people that are speaking out more about their political views. Now, we always heard it on the other side and this side. I'm seeing it now on mainstream television. Did you see the Houston Astro game, if I'm correct? And there's also the St. Louis Cardinals. When the guy hit a home run, he was running the bases, and he came and fight. I think this was the Cardinals. And then in the Houston Astros, I think the guy went to first base, got there, and he went fight. I'm seeing more people coming out now supporting former President Donald Trump. And I'm seeing people from the other side kind of telling Joe he had to leave. So, George Clooney spoke out. There was a few people from Hollywood, you would say. Interesting. This is all going to play out, and we will talk more about that. I love this. Ronnie DeMel, my good friend from the Hyatt Hotel and a very good friend of mine. You can fake a lot of shit in life, but your work ethic isn't one of them. And we all know that. Work ethic is in your body. Cheryl, Ukraine is losing their sugar daddy. Whatever Ukraine had on President Joe Biden is gone. Unless he's got it on Carmela too, and there's plenty of shit on her. So we'll. But work ethic is very important. I've been working since I was 13 years old. I was out working at 13 years old. I maybe even 11 years old. Bowling alley. So, but you can't fake that. You can fake a lot of shit in life, but you can't fake that. And if you're born with that work ethic that you have, and whether your parents showed you how to do it, or your grandparents, or your brothers, or sisters, or uncle, whoever it was who taught you that, you have that inside, ladies and gentlemen, you will succeed in life no matter what. You will succeed in life. Robert, thank you for your kind words, my friend. I hope you are well and your family. You're watching Ocean's Pit Little Show about big things Monday through Friday. All right, so let's give it up. Let's give some other small news before we get to my thoughts on President Joe Biden stepping down. All right, Daily Herald, Jordan Griff. Let's congratulate Jordan Griff from Schaumburg, Illinois. A one-time Schaumburg resident, is among the final 3 players of the World Series of Pokers. Entered its final day Wednesday at the Horseshoe in Paris in Las Vegas. He finished second. Congratulations. Schaumburg man finishes second. Jordan Griff, Daily Herald. If you're into that poker stuff, I'm not good with that stuff, but hey. Most of the stuff on Carmela you can see with a black light. Oh, that's good. This is a great one. And I've said this from day one, peace is not when everyone agrees. It's when you can respect our disagreements and still play in the sandbox together. We talk about it. I'm ripping Joe Biden all the time, right? But I know people that love him, and they're still my good friends, and I'm going to keep it that way. I'm not going to block you because you don't like who I like. But think about this. Peace is not when it makes a lot of sense. It's not when everybody agrees. We don't all want to be yes to the same thing. We can all play in the same sandbox together. I like that. We're going to have some fun. It's very important. Melanie Reed, how are you doing, my dear friend? Hope you're doing well. I hope you have, have you ever lost the respect for someone? Like you don't hate them, but you don't feel the need to say anything to them anymore. Right? There's got to be people in your life that they're just maybe you outgrown them or whatever it is. And maybe when their posts come up, you don't like, or you don't respond, or you don't do this, or you don't text, or you don't, but you don't hate the person. It just kind of, I don't know if it just maybe they outgrow each other, or you just go different ways in life. Like maybe somebody you used to work with at a different company, and then you moved on, and sometimes you don't still talk to these people. Maybe if you see them, hey, how you doing? Everything is well. But yeah, it's interesting. Really is interesting on that, and I'm sure that we have that. I'm sure we all have someone like that. And it's like I said from before, since this whole political thing, as crazy as it is, you guys know who I feel, who I support. You guys know that, but don't. Let's be honest here. Don't lose friendships today over two men who don't even know your names. They don't know our names. They don't have no clue about us. It's okay to have different political views and still maintain love and respect for one another. Because correct, they don't know our names. As much stuff as I send to the president, he still doesn't know my name. But getting close. But anyway, that's what I'm just trying to say. Caitlin Clark from Indiana basketball, women's basketball. Women's basketball. Anyway. Caitlin Clark just passed the entire Dallas Cowboys organization with her latest incredible feat. Now, Caitlin Clark, she's a basketball player in women's basketball. And then we know the Dallas Cowboys are in football. Jerry Jones owns the team. Do you know that the jersey for Indiana, number 22, which is actually Caitlin Clark's jersey, sold more in one day. Her jersey sold more in one day than the Dallas Cowboys sold all of last year for the whole entire team. That means her jersey sold more than everybody else's. Interesting. Well, when somebody gets hot at that particular time, or the flavor of the month, everybody buys it. Then we can see if we can keep going. Make peace, make love, not war. You're absolutely right, Mel. America's free and we can make our own choices. Can't let our differences divide us. Kathy, I agree with you, my dear. It's like vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream, right? We're going to eat ice cream together. You might have chocolate, I might have. What was the one with the peanut butter and the chocolate? I love my chocolate and I love my peanut butter, and they bumped into each other. Oh, look at this. Remember those commercials? Actually, couple days during the past week, a global technology outstage. Yeah, wow. Grounded flights, knocked banks offline, media outlets off the air, massive disruption affected companies and services around the world. You know what scares me? It scares me because it's like, hey guys, get ready. Get ready, because what's next? You try to shoot a president, a former president, that's one thing. Now this other, our president steps down. The economy's freaking out. There's another way to control us now. We got an election coming up in November. What's going to happen with these things happening? It's tornadoes and floods and everything. I can't even imagine. We just got to make sure we go day by day, right? Just crazy as it is. I love this. Guys, here's something I think everyone, I agree, I think everyone should apply this to life. Tell me what you guys think. I accept flaws. I don't accept lies and disloyal shit. Flaws. We all got them. But that loyalty, dishonesty, and loyalty is the toughest thing. Sometimes the one that you'll never think betrays you ends up betraying you, whether it's in life or business or whatever it is. If there was a war, that will be one of the first things to happen. Knock out communication. Felix, yes, definitely not the world we knew. Sandra, you're absolutely right. It's scary. It just looks like it's just, I don't know. But I like this. I accept flaws. I don't accept lies and disloyal shit. Great words and stuff that people have been sending me, and I really do appreciate this, guys. Another, look at this. You guys can't even go to work anymore. Fox 32 Chicago update, UPS letter carrier shot on Chicago South Side. First of all, these shootings are all happening on the South Side of Chicago. The guy just trying to do his job, delivering a letter, and prices going this, prices going that. Ooh, what the hell? The $5 box at Taco Bell is now $7. Boom, big headlines. It used to be $5. Remember that $5 foot long Subway? Now it's like $7 or $8. So they're not doing that commercial now. There's not $8 going, it's not like that now. Everything has changed, and we need to get it back to where it was. Chase Bank has notified credit card holders that starting October 10th, 2024, they will no longer be able to use credit cards to pay. No longer allow credit cards to be used to buy now to pay later programs after October 10th. Chase Bank. Little by little, the world that we grew up with and remember and love is slowly disappearing. The fact that they're calling this a global outage is literally a test run. Buckle up, Buttercup. What's going to happen? It's scary. It's sad. Let's see here, folks. Breaking the Ninth Circuit Court upholds Arizona voter citizen requirements. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled in favor of election integrity in Arizona, stating that the voters who register without proof of citizenship will be rejected. That's the way it should be. Every state. Every state. That's what it should be. Saving America. Breaking news from the actor James Woods. Love him as an actor. Just said we need to pass a constitutional amendment declaring Election Day as a national holiday. Paper ballots may only be cast in person by an American citizen, registered voters who present government-issued voter ID. What about exactly what he said? Election Day is a day off with pay. Okay, just hear me out for a second. Election Day, citizen, Election Day, you get off, you get paid, provided you get paid for that day off, provided you come back with some sort of proof to your boss that you actually went to vote in the polls. Wouldn't that be interesting? Election Day, everybody gets paid. You have the day off, so you have from morning to whatever time the boxes, the voting polls close. You go in, you're getting paid from your job, but the only way you're going to get paid from your job, if you walk into those polls, you actually vote. Vote. Walk in, vote. They give you some sort of receipt or something. When you walk out, you go back to your boss in the morning and show them that you actually did that, proof that, and that would get every citizen to actually go out and vote and still get paid from their job. What an incredible idea. James Woods came up. I'm sure a lot of people might have came up with that idea before. Yes, they would all have a chance to catch vote. Voting is, you're right, not all observers, not all can vote, no good. Nothing doing. Could be right, Albert. It might not happen, but it would be interesting if you gave people that option. Oh, there's another good idea too. Move voting to the weekend. Not a bad idea, but there are people who do work on the weekends, but not during the day. Well, not necessarily true. But that might be something. That might be something that might be a bad idea, folks. Interesting stuff to see if that would ever happen. I doubt it. Whoopi Goldberg, another piece of garbage that I can't stand, and The View and all those four women on that show, I just can't stand them. You know, I understand that these people that were ripping on former President Donald Trump and they're ripping on Joe Biden, but when they have to rip on Donald Trump's 17-year-old granddaughter after she got up and said that speech, Whoopi Goldberg has to go off on her. I mean, who picks on kids? It's still a kid. I know it's 17, but you know what I mean. It's a young adult stepping up there for her, for her grandfather, saying nothing. You got to be mean and you got to pick on that. What kind of people do that? Who picks on that? Tony Orlando in the house. If they did that, they would be in lines opposed so you can get it done and enjoy the rest of the day, right, Richard? Not Easter. Not all observed. Dominic's did away with paying employees on the religious holidays. Okay, so don't make it irrelevant. We're talking about election day. It doesn't have to be a religious holiday. But anyway, Whoopi Goldberg going off on Donald Trump's granddaughter after she said that, what the hell is wrong with these people? Now, there's another story brewing, if you didn't hear about it, folks. The breaking news, the woman in the video behind Donald Trump, this we're talking about when the assassination attempt, were mainly viewers accusing her of giving the shooter instructions, has allegedly been identified as FBI Assistant Director Jane Giuseppe. This is a developing story. Now, that was the first story that came out if you watch the video. But then, of course, that someone throws that out, some lady that sort of looked like the lady. But now it came back to claim that the woman behind Trump is the Assistant FBI Director, Janine Giuseppe, has been denied by the FBI, debunked by facial identification experts, and condemned the conservatives and liberals. This is not the same woman. If you do look at the lady with the sunglasses on behind former President Donald Trump, it could look a little like the lady there, but it ended up being, it looks like it's not. They said, well, supposedly, but one side saying it's not, and this, so who knows? Who knows? Whoopi and the entire panel need a one-way ticket. I agree. March for president. It's the same thing. There are people that don't vote. Some employees aren't eligible to vote. Why they get paid? Well, whatever. It'd be a small group of people, though. But you're right, Albert. Hey, Vince Amore, what's up? Kamala's Tomatoes. There you go. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Just because you're offended does not mean you're right. And we are coming to the end of the hour, folks. We still got about 10 minutes left. So let's get to some stuff here. Oh, boy, wait a minute. The Pizza Hut buffet is back. Pizza Hut brings back its popular 90s all-you-can-eat buffet. Have you ever went into one of those Pizza Hut buffets and see some of the people in line over there? Oh, boy. They discontinued the pizza buffet in 2014, much to disappointment of their loyal patrons. Even better, the buffet is priced at an affordable $11.99, making it for treat for pizza lovers. All you can eat. Oh, all you can eat, folks. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Yes, Miles Green, great entertainer, and we did. I'm getting conflicting messages, and we'll get to that about the person we're talking about. Should all get paid to serve on jury duty if not eligible to serve? We'll figure something out. And before we get to this, folks, I was driving down. I think I was going to Roselle, driving to my gig. And I seen a sign. It used to be a Boston's Chicken. Obviously, the Boston Chicken went out of business, right? So they put a banner over the Boston Chicken sign saying what's coming next. I never heard of this, and am I crazy? But is dumplings and ramen, they have their own restaurants now? People eat this stuff? Ramen noodles and dumplings? Now it's going to be a new restaurant? Used to be Boston Chicken. People eat this stuff. You can clean your jewelry with this ramen noodles. This stuff is horrible. Horrible. And now they're going to have a restaurant where you can actually go there and eat the dumplings and the noodles at the same time? Holy cow. Yeah, step right in. Step right in. Dumping, right, Ryan? Crazy, crazy. So people were saying, you hear a lot of criticism from, of course, Melania Trump wasn't with her man on his campaign trail. And Dr. Jill Biden was always with her husband during his campaign trail. And then some of these quotes that came out was, Melania doesn't support her man on the campaign trail. And then Melania's answer was, well, my husband doesn't need me to wipe his ass. That's why she wasn't with former President Donald Trump. Oh, well, it looks like it could happen, folks. Breaking news, it's being reported that the Director of Secret Service, Kimberly Sheetel, if I'm pronouncing the name right, they want her to resign as soon as today. We will see. The day's not over. Could she could resign before the end of the workday by 5 o'clock? I don't know. We'll see what's happening in that. I think she should. I think she should step down. I think she should step down. She dropped the ball. She dropped the ball. So we're going to talk briefly, like I said, the big news that came up on Fox. It was all over all the news stations. It's amazing, though, when former President Donald Trump was shot, it wasn't on too many stations. But President Joe Biden stepping down is on every station. So, breaking news, President Joe Biden is dropping out of the 2024 presidential race. And there's something that President Joe Biden said. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve you as your president. And while it's been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it's in my best interest of my party and my country for me to stand down. No shit, Joe. Yeah. Okay. So my feelings could be wrong here, but just thinking out loud, because you know me. First of all, I think he should have done it 3.5 years ago. That I believe. So I'm guessing, I had to write some of this stuff down. I'm guessing they met Dr. Jill Biden's demands of $3 billion, a multi-million-dollar book deal, and a blanket pardon for her whole corrupt family. Maybe that was the deal they made for him to say, okay, I'm going to step down now. Just talking out loud, folks. Don't have to agree with me. Just talk. But in his speech, he did endorse Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, there's stories on any politician that runs. There's a lot of interesting stories about Kamala Harris. Now, we all know at one particular time she thought that Joe Biden was a racist. Blah, 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 blah. So we can also say the same thing about J.D. Vance, who's going to be vice president, running for vice president with former President Donald Trump. He hated Donald Trump, too. So it's just amazing how this whole world just keeps spinning over and over again. But here came shocking news to me, which just made me, just by this gentleman right now who said this quote, makes me really believe who's pulling the strings in our government right now. Because of this man stepping out, former President Barack Obama says Democrats are in uncharted waters. And he does not endorse Harris after Biden withdraws from the race. That's CBS News. He doesn't endorse it because he's the one pulling the strings. He doesn't like her. Interesting to see. Could J.B. Pritzker, possible presidential candidate? I'm sorry. If you're going to look at somebody who's how they run a state, look at the state of Illinois. People have been trying to leave Illinois before COVID, before 2020, because of the taxes and the crime and everything that's happening. People have been leaving. They've been leaving Illinois a long time. If not, so I don't think the guy's doing a great job at all. My opinion. Does he have the funding, the money? But I believe Joe Biden will go down in history as the most failed, unsuccessful, and unpopular president in the American history. He was in politics, for 47 years? What did he do? Name something he did. And Kamala Harris, have you looked at her background? Pictures of hanging out with P. Diddy and all this crazy shit. Go back and look up, if you haven't done that, look, I'm sure you guys probably already have. About this video that keeps remerging on Twitter and X. Emerges that Judge Joe Brown destroying Kamala Harris. She used to be a frat whore when she was at the Howard University, and she ain't black. So check it out. Judge Joe Brown destroying. Now, this is just people's opinions, but some of these people look like they were involved and were around at that time. And there's footage of this kind of stuff. So interesting. Lori, how you doing? Welcome. Hello, Lori Myers. How you doing? Hope you're well. Not Pritzker. It would be a governor from another a Midwest state. Kamala was born in Canada. There you go. And I hope it ain't Newsom. Isn't he like Pelosi? Isn't he Pelosi's nephew or something? Cousin like that? So we don't want him for California governor. But looks like when Trump got out of not being shot, breaking news, a new threat is made against Trump and Vance this past weekend after assassination attempt was made against the former president's life. People have arrested Florida man Michael M. Weissman at the age of 68 years old for written threats on their lives. So not only the guy that took a shot and then got shot, and we know that whole crazy backstory. And now here's a gentleman who just got arrested for writing letters but they arrested him. So we'll see what happens. With this happening, with President Joe Biden stepping down, your vote for Joe Biden in the primary was nullified by the Democratic Party. They're supposed to, the defenders of the democracy. Your vote didn't count. It's shaking up the world, ladies and gentlemen. It's shaking up the world. And but what's really going to be what's going to be really crazy, ladies and gentlemen, is when he wakes up, he's going to be pissed off that he dropped out of the race. He's going to say, "I did what?" So it's going to be interesting what happens. And like I said, you're not supposed to talk about it. But the great news, Fox 32 News, breaking news, J.B. Pritzker announces his endorsement for Vice President Kamala Harris in social media post this morning. Look at that. Look at that crew. So you got JD endorsing her, but Barack Obama doesn't endorse her. Interesting to see what's going to happen with all this. They need a large electoral delegate state like Michigan or Pennsylvania. Jeff, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing. Mo, watching the hearings now. She's getting destroyed. Yes. She's going to get destroyed. She's got nothing, ladies and gentlemen. She's not African-American. It's just like, what the hell? So I don't get it. Let's get briefly. It is 1:00. We did post this morning. I lost a good friend of ours. We're not that close anymore, but he was my sound man for many, many years. His name was David Gage. And we posted stuff, and it was on his page. And then supposedly a friend of his says that he's not They did not pass away. So they're getting a lot of conflicted news here. I will try to keep you posted from friend Kim here. Says, so I don't know. But for right now, I'm still believing that he did pass away. So our prayers do go out to Dave Gage and his family until I find out otherwise. And I will keep you posted on that, ladies and gentlemen. I have a nice and easy week this week, believe it or not. Thursday, I'll be with Jerry Jams at Positano's in Oak Brook and the incomparable Lisa P. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's Thursday. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Daryl Armistad. Saturday, folks, I'll be at Dirty Nelly's in Palatine with Mojo's Jukebox. I haven't played on a Saturday night, I don't think, ever with that band. At Dirty Nelly's would be a great place. We go on at 9 o'clock, but opening for us, I think it's 7 o'clock or 7:30, is Small Town with their tribute to John Cougar Mellencamp. So this Saturday, and then Sunday, 28th through the 30th, I'm going camping, leaving town, kicking back, gonna have fun. And then we'll be back for the 31st of July. We will be at the Kelsey's Roadhouse for the Almost Home Foundation for Dogs event. I'm donating my time for the show there for my friend Kelly Kane and Almost Home Foundation in Schaumburg off of Irving Park Road. But we will be at Kelsey's Roadhouse that night. You can bring your dogs. You got 50-50, you got raffles. It's going to be a lot of great stuff. What else we also got coming up? August 1st, we'll be at Zaza's in Lake Barrington. August 3rd, returning to Norton's in Highland Park. Richie and Blanche celebrating 25 years in the business. Congratulations to our friends from Norton's. We'll be there on the 3rd, a Saturday night, me and Jerry Jams. On the 9th, also Taylor Street Fest, August 8th through the 11th. Ron Onesti does it again. On the Friday night, we'll be there with the Main Event Band, August 9th. Starting at 8:30, Jerry Jams, Double T Tony Toto, Danny Raimondi, Daryl Armistad, Mikey D, and Regina Karma on the main stage Friday. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And people keep asking me about Wisconsin, Lake Geneva. You know we're going back to Mars, baby, Saturday, August 24th. It's going to be big, and I love playing out there, folks. Armando Supermarkets, buy local, shop local, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois, and Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair for all your champions. With all your collision auto repair needs, go to crashchampions.com. Michael and birthday girl, Gigi. Happy birthday to my good friend Gigi from Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. And don't forget my buddy Sal from Deutsch Power Center, servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. That's Deutsch Power Center, South Elgin, Illinois. It is Monday, the 22nd of July. It's birthday time before we... Ronnie B, I lost my lure today, the one that you bought me. So can you please tell me where I can rebuy that again, the one that floated on top of the water? Believe it or not, I lost it. I had a fish too, and he ate it, took it off. Perhaps Barack prefers Michelle. Becky Lee, Michelle Obama will not run for president. She will not step in that. They're done. They don't want any of the heat going on her and that family again. That's not going to happen. Definitely not. We don't want the dirt that's going to come out on her, but all the things are going on about her right now too. Man, woman, man. We don't know. But anyway, she won't be the person on that. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Birthdays. Wendy Williams, former talk show host, I think, 60 years old. Godzilla, my favorite monster, turned 70 years old. Rosie Greer used to be with the New York Giants football, 92 years old. Dale Robinson, Western actor, celebrating a birthday. Brian May, one of the great guitar players from the band Queen, 77 years old. Arthur Rankin Jr., remember Rankin and Bass, made all those Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Frosty and all those great Christmas shows and stuff. Yeah, great stuff, man. I love it. Nicolette Larson, Pat Hingle, actors. Benedict Cumberbatch, 48. Sherlock Holmes, of course. Sandra Oh, 52 years old. Chris Cornell, celebrating a birthday. The great late Natalie Wood, celebrating. Billy Mays, remember the guy that's selling all that, info commercial stuff? He died. It would have been his birthday today. Carlos Santana, 76 years old, Carlos. Nina Nozak. Nina, of course, Dan and Nina Nozak. Nina's birthday this past weekend. Nina, happy birthday, my dear friend. Lou Bellotti, folks, from the Ron Onesti's Arcata Theater, one of the great photographers in the Chicagoland area, celebrated a birthday. Terry Irwin, of course, Steve Irwin's wife, of course, the great animal guy. You got to love it. One of my favorite managers of all time, Joe Torre, former New York Yankee, 84 years old today. And one last but not least, the comedy genius, Mr. Mo Horowitz, better known as Mo Howard of the Three Stooges. Come here, you. I'll murder you. Oh, no. Hey, leave him alone. Muddlehead. Anyway, Mo Howard, you got to love it. And, of course, Lee Stevens. Happy 80th, Lee. Great to sing with you tomorrow. Dina, there she is. Hi, honey. Give my best to Danny. Guys, you guys have a great day. Remember, let's give it up again for our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Thank you. I want to thank Raffaello and Jackie, our new sponsors for our Columbus Day bocce ball tournament. They will be the sponsors of the Oceanettes. Raffaello, Danny Mazzi, Joey Spins, and yours truly, backed by Ace Hardware. So thank you for that. Anyway, guys, download the Ace Rewards app. Easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. We'll be back tomorrow with Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Wednesday, Felix Greco will be my guest. Thursday, Laura Ocean is in the house again. And Friday, special guest. We'll announce that tomorrow here on Ocean's Pit. Guys, you guys have an incredible day. Support local establishments. Support live entertainment. Go out, buy local, shop local. And the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. Peace and love. I'm the Probe Man. And Nick and Phyllis, you're on vacation. We miss you guys. We should have been with you. I wish we could have. But I'm sure you're having fun on vacation over there. Guys, God bless you all. Have a great one. Nick Sahajas, wherever you are. I know he's on vacation, so him and Phyllis enjoy. Finish it off. Take us off. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day.
Oh, it's the end of the show. See you later.